Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, that's Myra Owe. And in today's video, I am happy to announce to you that I am starting a relocation series, and I'll be taking you through a lot of different topics surrounding relocation. And today I'm going to be starting with how to prepare yourself to Japa. Why you may want to Japa, aka why you want to relocate out of Nigeria or anywhere you are in the world. So this is the reason why I am starting this relocation series actually, and I hope you sit back, relax and enjoy. I have about 9 to 10 points in total on what I have to say, and yeah, let's get right into the video. When it comes to wanting to relocate out of the country, there is certain step that I personally think that you need to take towards achieving those goals. So you cannot just wake up and say, oh, I want to leave the country, but you don't have any plans. Planning is very essential in every part of one's life. This is what I believe in, maybe because I'm a planner and I just can't function without planning. So in the step of your Japa situation or your relocation, the first thing that you need to do is to get your international passport. This is the first and the most important thing for you to do. Get your international passport. Now, the second thing I want you to think about when you want to relocate to another country is research. You have to mentally prepare yourself that it's going to involve a lot of researching, because I just believe that knowledge is power. Once you have knowledge about something, you have more power, you make more informed decision. This is why I am suggesting that you prepare yourself to research yourself. Don't rely on somebody to do this research for you, because they are not the one relocating on your behalf. They are not the one that is going to be living in that country with you. And even if they've lived in the country, they might not necessarily have the same experience as you. This is why it's important for you to mentally prepare yourself to be able to do some research. And when I'm talking about research, when I'm talking about research, the first thing you need to do is to determine the route of your relocation. So first, you need to determine if you want to go by school or if you want to go by work. I think these are the most two popular routes of relocation from what I know. If there are any other routes, please put it down below. Once you determine the route that you want to go for, if it's school, if it's work, then it will help you to know the type of research that you need to do. So for example, if you are relocating with work, then you need to research what kind of company can you apply to be able to relocate to the country of your choice via work. You have to research the cost of living of the country that will be best for you. If you are relocating alone, you have to determine, or if you are relocating with your family, because if you are relocating with your family, that is a different ball game. You also have to research the school. If you have kids, you have to research for your partner, your husband or your wife, if they were able to also fit into the society. If they also want to work in that country, you have to find out what is the possibility of them to be able to work. If they want to start a business, if they're a business owner, you have to be able to research what is the ease of opening business in that country, because there's some country that is so flipping difficult for you to be able to open a business, while in some countries it is so much easier for you to do that. If you have kids, you also have to know what kind of schools, what are the price ranges of schools, and of course you have to research like accommodation, the city you want to move to, what will be the cost of accommodation, because again, all this research will help you prepare very well by the time you start your visa application process to your country of choice. This is why I say research is very, very, very important. You also have to think about, if you're going through school, you have to think about what university you want to go to. Do they offer scholarships? Are the school fees affordable for the person sponsoring you? If you're sponsoring yourself, is it affordable for you? If your parents are sponsoring you, is it affordable for them? If you want to work and study, you have to research, is that country friendly for sustainable work and study. Because I know a lot of countries say, oh, you can come and work and study, but what is the reality and the practicality of you working and studying? Is it really feasible? And these are the things that you need to prepare for. This leads me to my next point. My next point is to get your document. Prepare your documents, because once you determine the country you want to visit, you want to relocate to, rather, the country the route you want to take in your relocation pursuit, then you can start gathering your document. If you are going through school, you have to get some certain documents. You know that you have to get a transcript if you don't have your transcript yet. So that way you can also estimate the time that it will take you to achieve your relocation goal. So it's always better to start 6 months to 1 year minimum to the time that you plan to relocate. This is the time to start researching, and that's why I said minimum. Like, it shouldn't be less than that. 6 to 1 year of your relocation. Make a checklist of documents, and once you've achieved the goal, you just tick it off your checklist. So start to gather your documents. If you want to go for work, then you need to know the documents that will also be required for your relocation, and you need to start gathering this. Number 4, the fourth point today is, after getting your documents, you also need to start saving your coins, baby. You need to start saving your coins. It's very, very, very important, because relocation is not cheap. Even if you are getting sponsorship, well, maybe it's more affordable in that time. But if you are self-sponsored, if your relocation is going to be self-sponsored, your company is not paying you any relocation package, then you need to start saving your coins. Just to go back to the other point, when I say research also includes, again, the cost of your relocation, because once you've researched, you already know the estimation of how much you will need to be able to successfully relocate to your country of choice. So you need to know, okay, if you're going to need, for example, $5 million or 5 million naira for your relocation, this is me just giving a figure, then you know how much you need to save, or if you need to get a loan to be able to do that. Because I know some people take loans to relocate. I have my own opinion about that, but this video is not about that. So, but if this is the route you want to take, then you need to prepare yourself and prepare your mindset to how you are able to achieve this loan. Because I know, for example, if you want to take a loan, I don't know about other countries, but you need to put down some form of deposit to be able to get the loan. For my country, I live in Poland, for example. So if you want to take 5,000 zloty loan, you need to put some amount of money, maybe 5 or 10% of that loan down. So maybe it's time for you to start saving towards the deposit of your loans to be able to successfully get this money when you need it. So that's the next point, is to start saving your money. This is not the time to start eating out. This is not the time to start partying. This is not the time to start buying Ashwebi for my Nigerians. You need to really, really cut your costs. If you are in the process of relocation, you need to save every penny and every coin that you're going to be needing for this process. My 5th point now, I'm going more into like the mental space of relocation, because trust me, relocating to a new country is not easy in any way, shape, or form. Relocation can be very mentally tasking, or mentally stimulating, or mentally draining. So the next point is that you should keep an open mind. Relax. You have a goal and you research this country. Keep an open mind. This is an entirely new country, an entirely new culture to what you are used to. So don't go with the mindset of, you want everything to be the same as you want it, as it was back home, or you start comparing. Because again, comparison is a thief of joy. When you start comparing in your head, you don't need to compare. You just need to keep an open mind, have a positive attitude that I'm going to have a good experience in this place. I'm going to meet good people. I'm going to meet my helpers. I'm going to get the best that the land has to offer. keep an open mind when you are relocating, please. Don't let anything that you've heard on social media, that your friends have told you, don't let that block your mind towards moving into a new country. Just go there with a very, very open mind, and that way you'll be able to fully experience the country. And that's my 5th point, which leads me to my next point. So number 6 is try to make new friends or network. Of course, you have to have discernment generally in life when you're making friends. Even in your home country, where you're coming from, you are not friends with everybody that talks to you every day. You will use your discernment spirit to choose the friend, to choose the people that you want to be your friend. So when it comes to moving abroad, why can't you do the same? Have an open mind, to my last period, into making good friends or networking properly, because not everybody is going to be your friend. That's why I said friendship or networking. I know that a lot of Africans that are moving abroad, they've probably heard or see on social media, or their friends, their family have shared with them that, people of certain nationalities, avoid them, flee from them. Like, I'm Nigerian, for example, let me use myself. They'll be like, Nigerians abroad, don't be friends with them. Like, I am not of that mentality and mindset. What I'm going to say is that once you meet a person, Nigeria or not, be very careful, right? Have an open mind, but also don't be stupid about it. Like, have a discerning spirit to know, like, if this person is a good person or if this person is a good friend for me, because the person might not necessarily be a bad person, but they might not be your friend. Do you understand? Like, they might not be the friend that fits your life. So you need to just calm down, study your environment, study the people you are meeting, smile, have an open mind, and then you make your decision later if you want to continue with this friendship, if you want to continue with this relationship, and so on and so forth. So please have an open mind when it comes to making friends and when it comes to networking, because you never know, you get help most times from least expected places. You might expect that, maybe it's your friend that you already know is the person that's going to guide you through, but it might actually be a complete stranger that you have just met in this new country that is going to be of the best help to you, that is going to refer you to the best job that would, change your story, or is going to help you find the best accommodation that you need to have. So keep an open mind when it comes to friends. Don't allow prejudice or premeditated thoughts to block you from meeting new people. When you meet new people, meet them with an open mind and then make your conclusions later. My number 7 point is to get a skill. Before you travel, before you relocate abroad, please, my brothers and sisters, get a skill that can either save you money or that can make you money. Like I said again, you are moving to a new country. It's quite expensive out here to move. The cost of moving is not cheap at all, and the least thing that you want to happen to you is to continue to lose more money. So get a skill that will either make you money or that will save you money. I'm going to make an entire video in this series on the skills that you can get that would help you to either save money or make money when you're moving abroad. And these are practical skills that you can already learn within your 6 months of 1 year of preparation into relocating abroad. My next point is prepare to be lonely. And again, I know before I said you should have an open mind and you should be happy, but also we will have to be realistic. You are moving to a new country. Even if you are moving with your family, when I mean family, I mean maybe you are moving with your spouse and your children, your friends, you are probably moving to a city where your friends are not going to be with you. If you are lucky that your friends are with you, then thumbs up to you. But some of us, relocated here without no friends, without no family, and we have to make a new friend and new family, quote unquote, for ourselves when we relocate abroad. So you need to have the mental tenacity to face loneliness, or at least have a coping mechanism when loneliness hits. And another thing about loneliness here is also the weather. If you're moving to a country that is going to be cold, that means for a significant part of the year there's going to be a lot of cloudy weather outside. There is no sunshine and you're not used to this. So talking about sunshine, you have to get your vitamin D and you need to use your vitamin D. For us Black people, we need it because normally we should get vitamin D from sunshine, and because of winter where there is no sunshine, there is a lack of vitamin D in our system, and this can be responsible for low energy, poor mood that can then lead to something as serious as depression, anxiety. So take your vitamins, your vitamin D, talk to any health professional or a pharmacist and they will prescribe you vitamin D. That can also help you to boost your mood, be mentally prepared to be lonely, and then you try to find a coping mechanism, maybe a hobby or a skill that will just take your mind off the loneliness. And again, that's why I said you have to be open-minded when it comes to meeting new people and making friends, because at least if you have one or two people that you can talk to and you can visit, or they can visit you, or you can hang out together in those periods of loneliness, at least they will lift your spirit a little bit. And going out doesn't necessarily mean spending money. It can just even be going to a coffee shop, sitting down and just discussing about life, discussing about your experience here. So that's why I said be mentally prepared to be lonely, because again, abroad it's all man for himself. Unfortunately, nobody is at your beck and call. You cannot really pay somebody to do things for you the way it might be back home. So the ease of doing things might not be, or the ease and pace of doing things back home might not be the same when you come abroad. So you have to be mentally prepared for that. And because I feel like once you're mentally prepared, it helps you to be able to also make better judgment, better decision, and to also find a faster solution. We are coming to the last point, because I didn't want this video to be too long at all. The last point is to leave your entitlement mentality in your own country. I'm going to say it again for the people at the back. Leave your entitlement mentality in your own country. Now, of course, I'm going to expatiate on that. A lot of Nigerians, let me just stick to Nigeria because I'm Nigerians. We have this entitlement mentality from back home because of the way things are. There's a lot of nepotism, and nepotism simply means that when you know somebody that knows somebody that can help you to fast track things, you are not necessarily standing in queue, you are not necessarily standing in line, which is the standard procedure here. When you go to a bank, you cannot skip the queue. When you go to the store, you cannot skip the queue. When you go to the fuel station, you cannot skip the queue. In Nigeria, if you go to the bank, if you know the manager of the bank, you can skip the queue, for example. So here you need to follow the rules, you need to follow the system. For example, there are some appointments that will not be readily available that you have to book 3-6 months in advance, and you cannot fast track it in any way, shape or form, because it's a system that has already been put in place, and that is why their country works. If they don't have the system in place, everybody will just behave however they like, and that is probably one of the reasons why you are moving abroad, because you want a place that is more stabilized. You want a place where the system works. So you have to be mentally prepared to follow that system, because if you don't leave that entitlement mindset at home, you are going to be frustrated every time things don't go your way. And trust me, things do not go your way 100% of the time if you don't follow the rules. So you need to be mentally prepared to follow the rules, follow the process, and to be able to follow standard procedure pretty much. So that's my last point for today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I hope this video was really helpful. If you have any more tips, please leave them in the comment section. Let's continue the conversation, and I will see you again in the next one. Thank you, and have a nice rest of the day from wherever you're watching me from. It's your girl, that's my Owe. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos to whoever you know that is getting ready to Japa this season or getting ready to relocate from country A to country B. I'll see you again on the next one, and bye bye.